Alright YouTube, this is part 2 of my Super Nintendo collection. I'm going to start off here with Top Gear 2. I got the box, cart, and original instruction manual. Before I continue on, any copy I have in this part of my Super Nintendo, if I had a cart in the first part, these are actually doubles because a couple of titles repeat themselves here. Okay, Tetris 2, box, cart, still with the original plastic wrapping, and instruction manual. SimAnt, one of the quirkier sim titles. Basically, you're an ant trying to build a nest underground and carrying your food and whatnot around to your queen. Right. The always classic Mega Man X, cart and box. NBA Jam, cart and box. I used to have, back when I was in college in '98, when I was a freshman there, I used to have tournaments with this game with the other guys in my dorm and whatnot, and I loved playing, being the Charlotte Hornets, Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, and I kicked a lot of ass. If I remember, $5 a game. I made some good drinking money. Alright, next we're going to move on to Stanley Cup, box, instructions, and cart. Gonna move down here to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I think this is probably going to be tops with Chrono Trigger or Secret of Mana. It's definitely in the top 3 of my favorite Super Nintendo games. And of course, I'm obviously going to have a second copy of it with box, cart, and instruction manual this time. Dark and glare. And the original map that came with the game. I'm going to move down to Mortal Kombat 2. Box, instruction, cart, and poster. The poster basically had Mortal Kombat on one side, and the other side, you can see to the right of the cart, had, was it Maximum Carnage? That Marvel comic game. Another copy of Super Castlevania 4, cart. Like I said, it's one of those reprint instruction manuals, box. Classic Shadowrun. Instructions, box, and cart. My brother actually was a huge fan of this game. He played that to death. We're going to move on to Secret of Evermore. Box, instructions, and cart. Secret of Mana again. Box, cart, instructions. I have to agree with, I saw a video earlier today of DS Extravaganza by Games and Me. I think the individual's name is Alex, and he was doing a review on DS games he just recently picked up, and he made a comment how he liked one of the instruction manuals, I believe it was for Elite Beat Agents, how he enjoyed the retroness because it was a colored manual. And I should have been flipping through a couple others these manuals, but I just remembered it as I was doing Secret of Mana. So Alex, if you watch this, this is for you. Final Fantasy 3, box and cart, or Final Fantasy 6, but it was Final Fantasy 3 to us Americans at the time. This, and now I'm going to get crucified here because everybody seems to love Final Fantasy 7 for the PlayStation 1. It's their favorite one and everything, but this title was actually my favorite Final Fantasy out of the entire series, and the only other one that, in my personal opinion, grabbed me like this title did was Final Fantasy X. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the other titles were garbage. It's just that personally, this is what my opinion, what I enjoyed. And the final game I'm going to give here is, I believe, a pretty rare title. It's I'll just get to it. It's a strategy tactical game by Koei called Liberty or Death. And basically, it's a strat game based on the American Revolution. As you can see, good old George right there. We got the box, the cart, instructions, and this is the map that, or poster that came with the game. Well, I'm not going to really open it up, but this is pretty much it for my Super Nintendo box cart instructions collections. It's going to be the end of part 2 here. I'd like to thank everybody, all my new subscribers who came out of the blue during this past week. And if anybody who's watching this who hasn't subscribed, please do. I don't mind. The more the merrier. And I'll have more collections coming up soon, probably in the next couple of days. Let's see, what else did I find down there? Sega 32X, Sega Saturn, Sega CD, Genesis, a massive Genesis collection, Nintendo 64 import and domestic, and come the end of May I'll be getting back my collections that my brother basically took with him to play, and those collections coming in May will be my TurboGrafx 16 and CD collection, which I'm pretty excited about to showcase. GameCube import and domestic, and my original NES collection. You know, the first, where it started it all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and like I was saying earlier to all the new subscribers and friends I've met in the last week, I really appreciate those who watch this video and this community that is on YouTube. I love you all. You guys are great. So take care. I hope you enjoyed the video.